maybe it's been done.
All right then, no
Thank
problem.
you.
You're welcome.
Are you well?
Yes, very well. Yes.
Good.
Oh, good. Yeah.
Looking forward. We're set for a good championship
Yes.
this season.
Yeah. Hopefully the weather's good this year. Well, let's blow all this rain away. Next week it will be perfect.
I've got Shaman coming next weekend.
It's better. It'll be better next week. Yeah. Is that the same one that was in?
Yeah.
That worked well.
Nice to be here at Silverstone. It's actually a track that I won at last year, so nice. Shall I start again? It's nice to be back with the team, just learning bits and bobs. Obviously there's the tyre wear that comes into play here. There's a lot of tyre degradation that goes on. So for me, just adjusting, learning the new lines of this track and getting to grips with everything.
We missed the first session due to obviously the track being freezing cold and the rain, so I'm a bit of a wuss when it comes to that situation. I don't like riding in the rain or in the cold. The second session was good. Finally the track come dry and it warmed up a little bit. I think the wind's picked up since then, but yeah, it's a good start. We was at the box and we was fast, to be fair. I think we're like 0.5 off the lap record straight away. We've done well, so I think we've won the last 4 years on the bounce, so the pressure's on every time we come to Silverstone, so everyone seems to know. And then this rock star is also hopefully it stays dry for us for the rest of the day and we can sort of get a few dry laps in. We've got a few things to try on the bike, but it's been like a long winter for me, so just looking forward to getting going again.
Yeah, the day's not really been a great day today. We're at Silverstone. The weather's not been brilliant anyway, and I ended up on the floor, which is not ideal. I'm all right. I bashed myself about a little bit. High sides are never the nicest crashes to have, but luckily the bike was actually okay, to be fair. It landed on one side and slid down the road, but fingers crossed we can rectify that tomorrow. But yeah, we'll just we'll make whatever changes we can do overnight and try and go back to the drawing board again.
It's been good, to be fair. We've had a little bit of a trouble with the weather. We've had a bit of a rainy session and stuff like that. We missed a little bit of stuff, but it's been okay. We got a few laps in. I feel pretty comfortable on the bike around here. It's working really well, especially for race pace. I feel good. You know, the tyres lasting really well. We've got to work on 1 lap pace, but yeah, feeling good. We just keep chipping away. Had a little off in that one, lost the front at the apex of turn 3, only a small little one, but yeah, it's one of them. Luckily the bike's okay and the team will get that back together and we'll be back out.
First test in Snetterton was fantastic. The weather was incredible. We have 3 fantastic days. The next one, Donington, weather wasn't so good, so we decided not to test there. And then here we are in Silverstone. They're strong. Both of them are strong. I think, you know, the riders are happy. Teams working well together. Obviously we have Brian on board this year and then we have Jack on board too, so we have new staff, but everyone's been you know, gelling together very well, so I'm happy. I try to be as calm as I can because I want the riders to be calm too. How I see it is, I mean, I just want them to go out there, do their best and focus, you know, because I think for the first round you will get, you know, riders want to be on top and they'll do anything to be on the top end, just being, you know, riding a bit more aggressive or something. So and I think it's very important for the riders to have a right set of like mind going into start of the season, because if they start not feeling riding the bike, or if they start to kind of have any, you know, I would say doubt, but then if they start saying, oh, the bike's not working well, then it kind of leads to other issues, and I try to want to avoid that. So I like to go in with a very calm mind and let the season start and then build it up from there.
mate, thank you.
Mate, you're quick in sector, I think 1, 2 and 4. I think
That's hanging his hair.
that is fast.
She's like, ah! I went that time, I don't know what's that dog, it's like, ah!
He zipped in and went, what? They're not red flagged here.
Well, the laps we got was good, but come across a little problem at the end of it. Clutch started slipping, so we brought the bike in early just to try and get the boys to fix it, but due to it being a bit warm, we had to sit the session out, so hopefully next session we'll be back on the pace. So yeah, playing a little bit of catch up now, but it's good we've done a test it, so we sort of know where the bike needs to be and get the ball rolling again.
Sort of, this is my first actual proper session in Superstock 1000, so for me I just kind of went out, built myself into it, did some laps of my own, sort of started to really understand the bike and get a good feeling, and not so far off. I think we're about 7th, so I can't really complain, but definitely a lot more to build on for later. I feel confident in the bike, I feel confident in the team, and see if we can improve even more.
A new race then begun, 16 laps with no Billy McConnell on pole position. His quartet started to break away rather rapidly from Davey Todd and co. Alex Olsen then got out into the lead and looked pretty comfortable. But then this massive moment with 5 laps to go. Lewis Rollo going into the back of Alex Olsen, taking the pair of them down and just leaving Tim Neave to take victory. Number 14, a brilliant victory for him ahead of number 51, Braden Elliott. In 3rd place as well was Tom Moore, just fending off number 77, Brett Harron.
Good result, man.
Was always going to be a bit of a learning curve because it's my first race on the actual big bike. The team have been really good throughout the weekend. We've managed to find a good direction of the bike, and just sort of been building confidence throughout all the sessions. But obviously it was carnage. It always is at the start of the year, especially at this track at Silverstone National, such a short lap. So obviously the red flag sort of brought a halt to the progress, because I actually got into 5th. I got a really good start, but had to do it all over again. And then in the restart, just settled into a bit of a rhythm, and actually struggled with a few false neutrals. So ended up coming home in 5th. I'm happy, but I'm also a bit disappointed, because I knew that if we didn't have those false neutrals and those issues, then we probably would have been in 3rd. We had a good potential to be on the podium today, but we've gathered quite a lot of information. I feel like in my head I've got it a bit more sorted out now. I've learned a lot throughout the race. We had the tyre actually in really good condition at the end of the race. Still in the 54s at the end. I think one of the fastest riders on the track by the end of the race. So can't complain, and I think this gives us a bit more confidence going into tomorrow, a bit better grid position in 6th. So we'll look on to tomorrow, put my full focus on that and see what we can do.
PSB Race 1 for 2022 started with Glenn Irwin on pole position on his Fireblade, with 2 Hungary OMG Yamahas alongside him, and he held on to turn 1 as well to take the lead. Just in behind him, car right, number 77 of Brad Gray is a good start for Rory Skinner as well, and taking the first victory of the season.
I can tell you. I'll give him a no. I'm not.
Hey, still just pile up.
If he stops 6, I'll give him a stop.
Silverstone race 1, round 1. I'm pretty happy, to be quite honest. 11th obviously is not where we want to be. We want to be winning. However, Silverstone was always going to be a really tough event for us. Qualifying didn't go to plan at all. Ended up 16th on the grid, row 6, which is a long way back. Felt like I was in toaster, I was that far back. But we ended up 11th overall, so I was happy enough. My lap times are actually pretty good. Not fast enough to be able to be on the podium this weekend, but I've done the fastest lap I've ever done around the Silverstone National Circuit. So that's a step in the right direction, of course. To gain points in every single race was the plan. We can tick that for race 1, and hopefully we can have some more for race 2 and race 3 tomorrow. I start a lot further up the grid this time because my lap time was pretty good in that race, so I'm going to start 11th. So yeah, fourth row instead of 6th row, so that's going to make hopefully life a little bit easier tomorrow for the first lap.
Yeah, so race 1 of the 2022 season is done. It's a tough race, it's not where we want to be, but it's we knew it was going to be a tough round for us. It always has been for Pete and the team, So we're starting 15th, which is 17th. Sorry, starting 17th on the grid. So it's not the best start, but we did the best race we could. We went forward. I finished P14, just off the back Tom Sykes and Josh Brooks, but we did what we could. We come back in one bit, I'm in one bit. We learnt a lot, and we'll try and make improvements for tomorrow. We've got warm up before race 2, so we'll try some things in warm up and see if we can make the bike better.
Tim Neve started from pole, looking to make it a double in the Pirelli National Superstock Race 2, and a good start for him. Second place into turn 1, it was Braden Elliott. Drama further back as Luke Vervey unfortunately crashed over at Brooklands, and there was a bit of argy-bargy into the final corner as well. This moment here involving Billy McConnell as he went up the inside of Jack Nixon. Tim Neve, though, this was the move when it mattered. He went up the inside of Braden Elliott to take the lead and never looked back. Alex Olsen tried everything in the closing stages to get on terms with Tim Neve, but it wasn't to be. Billy McConnell, after what happened to him yesterday, will be delighted to be back on the podium, but the checkered flag came out, and it was going to be Tim Neve that wins from Alex Olsen with Billy McConnell in third. Excellent ride as well from Lewis Rollo and his teammates, Davey Todd.
yesterday because we was leading the race in a comfortable position, but yeah, it's nice to get back on the podium and start the year strong.
Kobelco BMW, that's Alex Olsen. Play 2, 1, 2, 3 times also, but here Olsen is no podium. And FHO and Kobelco BMW won. Tiffany, the third career win, the second of the season, the championship lead lead going to the next round. Martin Oldback, the one team on the grid as the Baglia Prosecco flows.
Yesterday was a bit of a disaster considering we got to the front, started setting a good pace. Unfortunately that come to an end getting taken out by another rider, but you know, we've had the pace all weekend. I think we've shown that. So we got our front row start today, which was good, and then sort of a few people got a better start than me. We just sort of chipped away, settled into a pace, and then it was pretty much just trying to manage the tyre as well as trying to put a lap time in. Tim Neve got to the front and just had a bit more pace than us. Felt like we could have done 100 laps at that pace, but just not enough to bridge the gap or catch him. So yeah, all in all, good weekend really. We're looking forward to going to Olsen Park testing next week, and we'll have another go.
Yeah, slightly better day than yesterday. We never seem to have a lot of luck around Silverstone, to be honest, but I think we've got a good feeling with Pete now. We've been trying some new stuff, which actually we got Thursday, so we kind of went straight in, and we've been working through it all weekend, and he's actually feeling quite happy on the harder tyre, which he's never ever had that feeling. So I think we're going in the right direction. We're actually going to go another step ready for the Olsen Park test and give it to Ryan as well, so we can try what we're trying. A lot better luck for Alex. Getting took out yesterday from leading the race was not ideal, but yeah, he finished second then, and he was close to the front, so happy with him. Jack, mega running in P3. To be honest, he just got a bit of arm pump, if I'm being honest. First time properly digging in on 1000cc all weekend, but yeah, I'm sure he'll do some training and look into that, so that's good. And even better, the boss has started smiling now, so we just need to keep doing this and keep us smiling, and everything will be great.
I think overall this weekend we can come away quite pleased. I think considering it's my rookie season, first ever race in Stock 1000, obviously a much bigger bike, a different sort of package entirely really. We came away with a 5th and a 6th, so yesterday just shy of the podium, which is a bit unfortunate, but there was a few crashes in front of me which kind of helped us a little bit. And today all the top boys were back at the front, so for us to come 6th today, I think we showed we could be strong, particularly through the start and the middle of the race, staying hovering around 3rd place, and obviously coming together with McConnell about halfway through, which put us back to 6th. But then showed again that we could come back to 4th. Unfortunately struggled ever so slightly with arm pump by the end. I think you know, there's obviously always going to be a few teething problems like going into my first race on the big bike, but yeah, joint 4th in the championship, and I'm really happy with how the weekend's gone. I'm really happy with how I've worked with the team. Yeah, feeling really good going into Alton. I really hope we can take this, sort of gather all the information that we've got this weekend and build on that from there and see what we can do.
Yeah, happy actually overall with the Silverstone round 1 Bennetts British Superbike Championship. We said already this was always going to be a tough round for us. However, 11th, 7th and a 9th for me, I'm quite happy about. You know, big, well, not a big handful of points, but a few points, and not a million miles away actually. We've stepped up with our lap time, stepped up with our consistency on the SD0 tyre, which is a strong point for us. So yeah, I'm looking forward to getting to Olsen Park and seeing what we can do there.
See what that one does. Yeah, go whack her up and yeah, off, on. Roll her slowly, Andy. Don't be so aggressive, slowly.
You wouldn't ride it like that, would you?
Yeah, look at
ride
that.
it like that, would you?
I forgot I had this on.